Hello. I'm gonna try to do a crazy graph. I already cut a little bit of this cutting. I received the cutting this way, just this part here, and I use padded this that was longer here, and I want to take advantage of this. So I am going to do whip and tongue graph with this one. I try to do like I already cut here too. See what I did was I cut like this here. Let me see. I think I have another one similar to this one. Let me check 1 second. Okay, the cutting was just like this one. So what I did is that I cut like this. So I'm gonna put this one back in the bag here. So since I already cut here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the other cut here, which this is the way I do it, but had to be careful with this. Had to be very careful. You can't cut, you can easily cut yourself with this, and this knife, this grafting knife cuts. Oh my god, you won't believe. It's hard. It's very, very hard, very, very hard to do this. Very hard. Especially with this shape of the cutting. So now I'm going to do it here too. You do it like this slowly. This is the safest way to do it. Because if you push too hard, you can like damage the cut and damage the rootstock or the cutting. So, see? Okay, it's too tight. Let me see. It can open a little bit more here. All right. Let me see. I have a tripod, but sometimes I'm making videos and I forget about the tripod. Wow, I don't have to go through both cuts. Let me see. Good here. Still have to go down there. Let me see, cover. There's a gap here. So finally, I was able to do it. You have to make sure that it covers here, match the cambium here and there. I'm going to put a rubber band here, and but I'm going to cut here after I make the graft, because I'm planning to graft this piece here too. So I'm gonna take take 2 chances with this one of trying to propagate this one. See? So I'm going to use this rubber band to tie the graft secure here. I have more trouble like sometimes tying the rubber band than doing the graft itself. So I'm gonna try to take advantage. Let me see. Well, I have 2 nodes here, so I'm gonna cut right here. Still good, you see? Cutting is good. So now let's just put some grafting tape here. When the grafting tape is not like warm, it tends to break. See how it breaks? Easy. And I forgot the other roll that I have in the other house, which was better, more flexible. Let me see here. So for this part here, I'm going to use body tape, which is different from that one. This one is very expensive, this one, but I'm gonna use this one to cover just from where I hope that it's going to be but gonna come out from this part. With this body tape is easier to work. I just sometimes use the body tape just in this part of the graft. On this part I use the regular powder film, which is different. So this one is done. Now I'm going to put the tag on this one. Oh, I should have cut it longer. I'm gonna cut another one. Anyway, I'm gonna put it here on top of this tag here. So put the tag here, and now it's done. Today is Friday, the 29th of March. hopefully it takes. Now I'm going to have to find a place to put this one. So I'm going to do the other graph right here. I'm gonna do this one cleft graph. I could do whip and tongue, but I'm gonna do cleft. I like to do my graphs here in the node. That's the way I have done it, and it worked for me. Some people do it in the middle of the cutting here in the internode, but I like to do it here. It's close, similar to the thickness. Maybe the scion is a little bit thicker, but what I do is I open here carefully. So that one is done. See? Right there. Now I have to do this one. I have to cut the scion. See? See? And see? A little bit thick. I'm going to cut. Sometimes I like to cut like a little bit in the center here, a little bit more to make the cut like wider. See here? So now it's perfect there. It's perfect. Now I'm going to put a rubber band there. This is a rubber band that I'm going to wrap around the graft here. Let me see, I see a gap there. I see a gap. I'm gonna open this a little bit more. So I saw a gap when I was putting the rubber bands, and I cut a little bit more here. You see how I made the cut on this one? See, you see? So now see here? I'm gonna put the rubber band now. So secure there. Now I have to put the grafting tape. So it has grafting tape on the top. I just have to cover where I cut the wound. So that one is done. So that's how I do my grafts. See, it's done, and this is the other one here. These ones here are grafts from last year, and I wanted to give this one a head start. And this one I did on January 10th, and they grew like crazy. I cut the leaves on this one because they were like heavy, and I had to put this scaffold here to secure the branches, so I don't want them to break. See the crazy growth of this one too. I cut the leaves on this one too, and this one. See? This is a little tip that I put on this one, and look how big it is. And when I want a graft to really grow, look, this is what I do. Put the light there, and look at the graft here. It was done on January 14, this one. Because this one didn't want to grow in my tree. Graft was in my tree for 2 years, and it grew like 4 inches. So I took a little piece of that graft, and now this is bigger than the original one. And look at this one too here. I keep all the grafts that I do in the winter. This is another graft here, and this one here, this graft I took. This is like 2-year-old graft, and I took the top and I grafted here, and I'm here, and here, and here too. Here it hasn't come out, I don't know why, and here I don't know what's going on here, but now I'm gonna have a lot of growth. Just one variety in the rootstock, just one variety. This is another graft. Two grafts on this one. Here I have another that is coming up. Okay, this one here too. Look at the brevas on this one here. 2 big brevas here. These were some very thick grafts that I make here, and you see it's coming. This is a thick one too, and it's coming too. See? This is another thick, very thick one that I did here. Alright, this is all. Let's see how they do. Hopefully all of them will take. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.